Apple sets the laptop's lids to be angled at an exact 70-degree angle. Why? Because it's not the perfect viewing angle for someone just walking by. This forces customers to adjust the screen to their liking, creating a physical interaction with the product. Hello and welcome to Stories and Lessons. My name is Amy Ebert and I'm your host for today's podcast. Welcome back to this series, All Things Storytelling. Today we're diving into the art of engagement, getting your audience to not just listen, but lean in, feel connected, and even start seeing themselves in your story. We're going to talk about how simple tweaks can transform passive listeners into active participants, much like how Apple designs their entire in-store experience. You know when you walk into an Apple store and the laptops are angled just so? That's not by accident. It's designed to make you want to engage. Apple's mastered the subtle psychology behind making people feel ownership. And be sure to stay till the end because I'm going to share with you 3 ways you can do the same with your storytelling. Apple's retail stores are known for their meticulous attention to detail. And one of the little things that stand out is the specific angle at which the laptops are displayed on the tables. The story behind this practice is all about creating engagement. Apple sets the laptop's lids to be angled at an exact 70-degree angle. Why? Because it's not the perfect viewing angle for someone just walking by. This forces customers to adjust the screen to their liking, creating a physical interaction with the product. Apple wants shoppers to touch and feel their products as they believe this increases the likelihood of purchase. What do you think? You think they're doing a pretty good job of getting people to purchase their items? It's a subtle invitation to engage and immerse yourself in the Apple experience. As for data supporting this practice, there isn't a ton of public-facing stats directly linked to the exact success of the 70-degree angle, but the idea stems from human psychology and retail design principles. The more a customer interacts with a product, the more invested they become. This type of tactile engagement has been shown in retail studies to increase sales conversions. Additionally, Apple's focus on providing a hands-on experience in stores is one of the reasons behind their incredibly high retail sales per square foot. Apple stores average over $5,546 per square foot compared to other retailers, indicating that the engagement tactics they use, such as the laptop angle, do play a role in their massive sales success. Small tweaks like forcing a bit of human interaction align perfectly with the brand ethos, simplicity, but with intention. Now, in what ways can you increase engagement with your audience through your storytelling? Think about it like Apple's approach. When you walk into an Apple store, the laptops aren't set up for passive browsing. They're angled just slightly, so you have to interact, touch, adjust, engage. Apple does this deliberately to make you feel like you're in control, as if you're already owning a part of the experience. This aligns perfectly with their storytelling. Apple wants their customers to feel a sense of ownership from the moment they interact with the product. Unlike those don't touch this vibes you get at other places that are currently struggling financially. It's the difference between inviting your audience into your story and making them stand on the sidelines. So, how can you create that feeling in your own storytelling? As promised, here are 3 ways to make your audience feel like they're part of your story. Number 1. Use relatable examples. Bring in experiences your audience can immediately connect to, whether it's a daily struggle or a common desire. This makes your story feel like it's their story too. It's that moment when they think, yeah, that's me. Number 2, ask questions. This creates a 2-way dialogue. Even if they're just thinking of their answers in their heads, when you ask, have you ever, or what would you do if, it brings them into the moment and makes them feel involved in the outcome of the story. As a recap, 1, use relatable examples. 2, ask questions, which brings us to number 3, invite them to imagine. Paint vivid pictures with your words. Let them see themselves in the situation you're describing. Give them a vision they can walk into mentally. The more they can see themselves in the narrative, the more engaged they'll be. By inviting your audience to interact to get involved, to feel like they're a part of the journey, whether that's asking questions, using relatable examples, or giving them something to take away. The more personal and interactive the experience, the more connected they'll feel. It's about creating that meaningful hands-on experience, even in a conversation or content format, just like Apple does with their products. Having said that, thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you got value from what we've provided, why not spread the love by sharing this episode with someone? Subscribe to or follow the show so you never miss an episode, and give us a positive 5-star review or a thumbs up, depending on which platform you're currently on. For more stories and lessons, check out some of my other episodes in the series. Thank you for showing up, and be well.